keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today. We'll keep you wide in every way. We'll keep you wired every way. In every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we've got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Running to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Oh, oh, oh. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour.
Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the glow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel.
News, views, and what's hot today. We'll keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today. We'll keep you wide in every way. We'll keep you wired every way. In every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Running to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Oh, oh, oh. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your
Vote for your country and party, and finally we voting for the PPP, and finally vote for your people and party, and finally we voting for the PPP, and finally we want a leader with a plan, someone that's a visionary, even as a man. So come out, my brother, sister, and family. Make Guyana move better and stronger for we. Vote for your country and party. Here finally, we voting for the PPP. Here finally, vote for your people and party. Here finally, we voting for the PPP. Here finally. One Guyana, one people. Put your hand in the air. Everyone must vote. They 4 years in power, they done so much for we. People getting more job, better economy. Yes, yes, they doing it. More housing, new road, proper infrastructure. The government making sure we have a future. Ask your uncle and your aunt. Just the other day, we get a grand. Oh, vote for your country and party. Here finally, we voting for the PPP. Here finally, vote for your people and party. Here finally, we voting for the PPP. Here finally. Well, you don't know, this is your boy, hooray. The PPP promise a better life for we. Level 5 services to comfort you and me. You don't know. Free eye care, free dental, free lab services. The government giving us free dialysis. Free university for your children. Cancer patient don't have to spend. No, vote for your country and party. Here finally, we voting for the PPP. Here finally, vote for your people and party. Here finally, we voting for the PPP. Here finally, one Guyana, one people. Vote PPP, Your Excellency, here finally. And that's how we do it.
Morning, guys. Sorry about the late start. Having some technical difficulties, a bit of problems with the internet. Um, just give me a second so I could upload back the stuff for presentation this morning. Morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Morning to the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. I trust everybody's having a wonderful morning. Much for us to discuss this morning. Yesterday was an event-filled day, right? it was an event-filled day. Um, trouble. Now, one of the first things I want to deal with is an incident that took place at Coffee. I would have uploaded some video in relation to that. And, persons would have had a chance to look at it from my point of view. Morning to everybody in the comment section. Sorry. The trauma of this morning with this internet. Right? So I got there after the full altercation would have happened. But I want us to take a quick look at this again. I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to understand clearly that despite what you may be hearing from the Team Mohammed's camp, this is their modus operandi. This is how they operate. This is what they do.
Stop playing with me. Are you playing with me? I don't care about the fucking
right? Now, could you imagine this guy? This guy, well-known associate of us, and not recently, well-known associate of yeah, sorry about that. Operating just like he did. As I said, I'm having some internet trouble. Sorry, guys. That's weird. I don't know. I don't know if it's my I don't know what's going on with e-networks, but I'm not getting internet to the house. And I hooked up the Starlink, and I don't know what kind of internet that given as well, because I have a wired connection from the Starlink to the PC, so it's not a wireless. So it's supposed to be good. You understand? That's terrible. I don't know if the buildings around blocking the signal or what, but I don't understand. So I using mobile data now on the computer, hopefully for us to go far. I don't know if we're gonna cut off again. Y'all please bear with me. I don't even know how clear this stream here showing right now. I'm gonna have this started by tomorrow, so please, y'all bear with me in relation to what's going on here. Is I'm trying my best for us to continue going, right? Just let me check to see how the live is looking, or if it's. So please, y'all bear with me. Okay, great, good, right? So as I was saying to y'all, this is normal behavior for persons associated with Team Mohammed's. Y'all forget the workers and the people that used to work with him and the claims they made about being trouble. Now, This all that you're seeing here, and let me just run it in the background for you guys to have another look see. Right? This video that you guys are looking at is exactly the operations of Team Mohammed. Okay, somebody said the viewing is clear. So great. Right? First of all, I would have said since the Adriana Young issue, right? I would have said since the Adriana Young issue. So you see Doggy has a gun in his right hand there. Now, I have said since the Adriana Young issue at GPHC, the day of the autopsy, I saw Doggy walking around the hospital. I don't know if it's that gun, but with a gun in his waist. Right? Doggy was in and out the police vehicles, lining with the police and all kind of thing. Nobody not see nothing, nobody didn't check nothing. I guess I don't let me assume in relation to the guy in the police force. I don't want to put them in any disrepute. Let them do that themselves. Right? But my point is, since then I said it on the live, Doggy was at GPHC with a firearm. I remember going to the fence and Fata was saying, the children, oh my God, they're shooting the children. Not a child in sight, you know. Not a child in sight. Doggy standing up on the fence there. And I turned to him and I said, Doggy, you back with the police force? And he said, yes. He said, yes. So the police should probably add a charge for impersonating a police officer. I will give evidence. He said that to me. He said, yes. Because I saw him with the gun, with a gun. Right? In and out, when the police vehicle is coming in the compound, Doggy's in the vehicle jumping out. And it's going out, he's jumping in to leave. You understand? So this here to me is quite normal. Quite normal coming out to the Team Mohammed's camp. Now again, this altercation between Doggy and this woman sparked from promises made during for nomination day appearance by the woman. Right? Now, politics during nomination day is always chaotic. Multiple parties, big crowds, nervous energy, and in this year's case, a lot of money moving around. Now, Team Mohammed's organizer, Bradley Doggy Sampson, right, confronted a woman over a payment dispute. Now, based on what I heard from the people out there yesterday, they were offered $50,000 by us, right? When Doggy come to pay, Doggy shared out $5,000 to people. Right? Now, the women get frustrated. The people start to get loud. Right? And they had an altercation. Now, first of all, just let me see. The mere fact that Doggy pulled out that gun on that lady, he think he own car. That lady posed no life-threatening she was not a threat to Doggy's life, so he had no reason to brandish that firearm on her. More so to assault her with it. More so just assault her with his hands. But that is what you get from this crew. Right? Now, please don't be mistaken. I don't want to play this video too much online before they block me, but I just wanted y'all to see again what this lady went through. Now, Mohammed's in normal fashion, he always likes to distance himself when shit hits the fan. But I'm saying this to you, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Doggy is Mohammed's boy for years. Doggy rolling with Mohammed's for years. On several of Doggy's lives last year, the year before, identifies Muhammad as his boss. Those are the words that he used. The boss. He representing the boss. So now, again, shit hit the fan. Mom is trying to distance himself from Doggy. Look who made the post. These are not photos posted by Doggy. These are posts made by us. Who you think get Doggy all the money in his hand? Us. Us picking up Doggy all the time. That is his confidant, his comrade. Doggy was so brazen to say that and that's to show you the emptiness of Ass's brain. That's to show you the emptiness of Ass's brain. Doggy had the testicular fortitude to say on Facebook, I came up with the name. You understand? I came up with a name. That shows you how empty Ass's head is. He couldn't even come up with a name for his own political party. You had to depend on don't let me say creature, a person like Doggy. Now look at the embarrassment that he has brought to you. Not more than you've brought in yourself, but additional embarrassment. Because you walking around with this guy. Hannah got you in the car, tested him. Guyanese. Nobody responding. This thing on. Guyanese. Nobody responding. Guyanese. Doggy with you. When Muhammad made himself a complete fool in front of the media on nomination day, he went back to the seawall, you understand? And he said, they're calling y'all scripts. Well, I am the scripts boss. You hear Doggy in the video? Yes! Yes! Is Doggy hollering? Is Doggy hollering? I suppose I got it right here. I could pull back up. Oh, here it is. Let me play it for you again. The person hollering yes in the background to their boss is Doggy. Listen to this.
I need a script. Don't worry. I got you.
That's it!
I call me the script, boss.
That's it!
That is it. You hear Doggy? You hear Doggy? He has a very distinct voice. That's it, Doggy. So don't play you distancing yourself from Doggy. Now, I wanted to show y'all something. I saw a statement from T. Muhammad's. I get bunks off the net just now, and everything come out of. Oh, here it is. Okay, everything came out. So T. Muhammad's put out a statement that the Bradley Sampson do something, and it's nothing keeping with the party, and I apologize to the woman publicly and privately. Listen to me, ass. You may be ass, but we're asses out here in the public. We very well know how you quell this situation. You send Doggy to hide. You pay off the woman so that she won't want to press any charges. But thank God you got a video. So whether she pressed charges or not, that sort of behavior that you exhibited at the Square of the Revolution will be dealt with. It will be dealt with. You understand me? You paid that woman. If that woman was supposed to get 50,000, she probably got a couple million last night. And it goes to show you, our people, I don't care who vex, our people, some of us will do anything for money. Right? I would love to see the persons who chastise me, because I say I support good governance. That is why I feel compelled to highlight the foolishness that persons come with against this Irfan Ali-led administration. Oh, you're a soup drinker, French family and favorite, you getting everything. What will you say about this woman? What will you say about this woman? What are the red thread and all these civil society groups saying about this sort of abuse of Guyanese women by this Team Mohammed's representative? What are y'all going to say? That's not friends, family, and favorite. Huh? What about the women who have endured that kind of abuse from men? Huh? Are we saying to them it's okay, just take little money and go along your way? It's okay for a man to lash your face with a gun and kick you up on the road and them kind of thing? Huh? Is that what we saying? So, Mr. Mohammed, don't think we don't know that you asked. Well, hold on. I am alleging that you asked Bradley to go and hide, pay off the woman, so that, oh, you could say, well, this woman is pressing charges. So the police ain't gonna do nothing. But like I said, thank God they got a video. And even if she decide that she don't want to press charges, the police can act on the video that they have. Because you're in a public place. You're not on private property. So, despite you bust she tail and she take her money, right? That was endangering the lives of the persons around there. It could be viewed as a form of intimidation because everybody else who was on coffee square at the time felt scared because you pull out a gun on a woman because you want to pay what she was owed. Auntie, I'm glad you get a little extra money, but you're talking about selling your soul. And what was the price for your soul? What was the price of the embarrassment that you felt out there? What was the price for Doggy lashing you in your head with a gun and telling you he would empty the clip on you based on what the persons told me out there, he said? Huh? What was the price? What was the price? And this is what I want Guyanese to understand. I want to tell y'all another story. So last night, I covered a public meeting in Kingston, and all my devices were out of power. I was really tired. And I said, I ain't coming home here to cook nothing. So I stopped at KFC at Bagastong last night to buy some chicken to eat. Now, whilst waiting on the chicken, 5, you got to say teenagers, because according to them, the oldest one was 18, right? 17, 16, I think. 5 of them come in with wind jerseys and hats. And I wasn't upset about it because it's like, you know what? At the end of the day, well, at that time, I didn't know the highest age. At the end of the day, and if you see how small they look, because they didn't look like 18 and 17 to me, they look very small. So, as like, man, at the end of the day, clearly these little children know what's going on. They get a couple free jersey, let it enjoy themselves. Me got no time with them. However, they came in to buy the chicken, and a woman from the back at KFC Bagastong came from the back in all black. So I thought she was a manager, right? So she came, y'all get jersey and hat, what else y'all get? Here the little girl. He gave me 10,000 each so we come for buy KFC. I said, well, look at shopping and see. Right? Anyway, I was minding my business still. The person at the staff at KFC Bagastong kept engaging them about, yeah, you got collecting and whatnot. So one of the little girls holler, we president come through for CW, we president come through for CW, and I lashed on one of them PPP flag after the polls, the PPP got to go. So I look at this little girl, and like I tell you, looking at the size of them, if you had to estimate their age, you would not say, well, 17, 18. You'd probably say like 13, 14, 16 the max, given the size and the height of I think it was 5 or 6 young ladies that came in there. I had some that were taller, but yeah, like I said, the oldest one was 18. So I turn and I look at the little girl. Then I look at the big woman who's behind the counter working at KFC, bag of stone. And I'm hoping that this reach to the management at KFC. Because that is what happened last night was utter foolishness. So the big woman after the little girl says she knocked down the flag and think, kiki, 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 yep, they're laughing. And I'm looking at her. And I said, ma'am, you know what that little girl tell you she did is illegal? She could be arrested. What we want me do? Them could do what they want. I look at you. I said, man, did any one of these is you cheering? No. I said, man, your cheering has behaved so? No. I said, then why you encouraging other people cheering to go on with this foolishness in front of you? They gaff it with you. You come from the back to gaff with them. Why would you encourage them with that? You understand me? You could tell cheering what I said these days. I said, that is exactly why we are where we are. And guess what? It was, if there were 6, I said it was between 5 and 6. If there were 6 persons there, 5 of them were Afro-Guyanese and I had one like an Indo-Amerindian mix. If there were 5, 4 were Afro-Guyanese and the one is the Amerindian Indo-Guyanese mix. I said, look, it's always we people with the heaviest amount of ignorance out on the road. Imagine they get 10,000 each. The first thing they thought to do with the money is not try to better their lives in some way, buy something that can last and have some longevity. They're gone to buy KFC, to eat it and shit it out. I am absolutely sure none of them have a job, right? They claim that they just write CXC, well, the one who says she lash off the post. So at this point, I'm engaging with the staff and advising the girl, you shouldn't say this in public because you could get yourself in trouble. You know what? Our next one of the other girls say, I can't get in trouble. The police can't lock me up. Can't go and bring a female police to lock me up. I is a woman. I could claim harassment. I look at this girl. I said, well, I was begging the cashier for my change because I just wanted to leave the ignorance of the environment. And again, Afro-Guyanese people cheering. So the one who says she lash off the flag, right? I say, are you even 18? Yes, I think I'm 17. But it's not 18. You see, you write CXC this year? Yes, I get 8 subject. I said, you get 8 subject? Look, it was ridiculous last night. And I think places like KFC should not entertain that foolishness in their place. Why would your staff engage with those youngsters who have no clue? But PPP must go. They have no clue of politics in Guyana or what is going on. Just ignorance, calling themselves scrapes in the KFC. And the scrapes outside, If you see the little girl with the phone in KFC. With your team, Miss Jersey. Licking out your tongue and going on. And I'm like, this here is what the future generation of Afro-Guyanese are so not all of them, sorry. This is what some of the future generation of Afro-Guyanese focusing on. This ignorance. Anyway, back to cricket. So as we understand that you paid this woman, and this woman said down herself, she get a nice little raise. But that doesn't cancel out what has happened. That doesn't cancel out the addition to your growing list of scandals that are out there. And again, I am saying to you, this is in keeping with the behavior of T. Mohammed's. Yas beat people and all kind of thing. It's in the news, it's known. It is known. This way yas do beat people when you're like what they're doing, or you're like, y'all have different ideology. Use Bevian King word. Different ideology. You understand? So you tell Bradley, come out, the police looking for him. We don't care how much money you give to that woman ass. We don't care how much money you give to that woman. Bradley will face the fire for what he did. You understand? No woman should be treated like that. I thank God ain't got a woman that can say, I beat you. I lash you with gun and all kind of thing. Nah. I shot a female by accident with a paintball. That was about it, but that was a sport. That's different. But not them nonsense though. Not that nonsense there. Right? If this is how they're behaving out of government, think about it. If this is how they're behaving out of government, you can imagine when he got close access to the presidency or the prime minister or something, or he's the finance minister as he claimed. Huh? Y'all understand what's going on here? Y'all understand what's going on here? Just a couple of weeks ago, this guy boasted about mobilizing truckloads of cash to pay scrapes, as they call them. You understand? To stand between the police and GRA agents over seizing the luxury vehicles for us. Huh? Y'all understand what I'm trying to show you? Just the other day again, he was charged with inciting a fight right at the same location, offering rewards to fighters and sparking chaos on live Facebook. You understand? This is far beyond high emotions. You know what I'm saying to y'all? This is a pattern of violent political muscle flexing. Now, I want y'all to understand clearly that us is the founder and financer of all this chaos you see that's going on out there. Us has persons subordinate to him, dictating how he should lead and probably telling him what he should not say, because he doesn't say much. At the end of the day, this was a row about money. Right? This is a row about money. And money shouldn't be the driving force in an election cycle. What you're doing for the people. So we have more news about stupidness that Team Mohammed's, that party is doing, than the policies that they plan to implement. Right? This authoritarian muscle politics that us wants to engage in, the Guyanese are not going to have it, because it's far from the democratic norms of Guyana. They are not going to have it. You will get subscribers that will vote for you. I will not contest that. Right? I will not contest that. But the general grassroots Guyanese, they will not allow it. Right? So now Bradley is wanted for gun assault. And I'm glad that more and more persons in your party starting to show their true colors. Now, I want to deal with one more Team Mohammed's, actually two more. So, guys, y'all see persons are resigning from the list. Y'all see persons are resigning from the list. Yesterday, I was around the GCOM area and I asked the GCOM officials, like, look, this list has two persons with the same name, with the same address, same ID card, back to back. So they said, yeah, they got 2 days to fix that. But persons are resigning from Mohammed's list, the Team Mohammed's list. More and more persons are seeing the idiocy that is us. Could y'all believe a presidential candidate has to wait on a manifesto to tell you one idea? One, they're begging you for one. Tell me one thing you're going to do. Oh, Christ, one thing. Ass's forced media interview was a wake-up call to a lot of Guyanese. I was talking to a colleague yesterday, and the man said his wife said she was going to vote for Mohammed, but after she feels she just mightn't vote at all. You understand? She's indifferent. She may have reservations about the government, but after that interview, she realized it's like you're running from the dead and you put up with the coffin. You understand me? So persons are Joseph Sattar is a wanted bulletin out right now for Doggy. Doggy's, like I said earlier, Doggy's hiding. In my opinion, the aim was pay off the lady so that she doesn't file a police report, and they were hoping that the matter would die away. But we'll keep following up on this, and I'll consult some lawyers to find out, given what we would have seen, and the woman decides not. Let me ask someone. Let me see if this guy answers the call. Good morning, Chief. I'm on my live. I wanted to know if you could confirm some legal information in relation to the incident that happened yesterday. I'd like to put you on speakerphone if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, guys. So I have on the phone well-known attorney and member of parliament, Sanjeev Dattadin. Right? Good morning, Mr. Dattadin.
Good morning, Courdel.
So I wanted to ask you, there was an assault on Coffee Square yesterday. We saw a release from a certain political party that an apology was given. I am assuming that the woman was paid some sort of money not to file a police report. Now, given that there's a video, can charges still be instituted on the gentleman who brandished the firearm? Oh boy, my internet. That brandished the firearm and assaulted the woman based on the video? My internet, Jesus Christ. Jesus, I tell you, this Starlink really disappoints me. Really and truly, Starlink really disappoints me. I have a mini, so I don't know if it's probably because of that. Okay, so he's calling back. Sorry about that. I don't know how much you heard.
I heard that you said that assume that there's been an apology.
Right. And I'm assuming a payment.
Frontally.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you frontally. While in most cases, and in every case where there is a police report made, the police wouldn't have any independent information of what transpired. And the reason that a report is required is because that would be the only way that the police can engage in an investigation. However, what was posted, you see, the world has changed. The world has changed now because of social media and people posting videos of everything. So you hear everywhere, and it's now commonplace around the world that the police investigate things that they see occur on social media where people have posted videos.
Right.
As long as the police are satisfied that the video that has been posted is authentic and there were videos posted by several persons that represented exactly the same thing, then the police are entitled to act. Criminal offenses are not crime, are not related, are not what we refer to as adversarial between the citizens. Meaning, if you were to commit a traffic offense and you were to get a fine, the state is paid that fine. Even if it was an accident and your car was damaged, that money doesn't go to compensate you. You have to go to a civil court if you want that compensation.
Right.
A criminal offense means that the fine is paid to the state. The wrong is against the state, not against the other person. So if the lady who is the victim in the video that I saw that involved the gentleman that is known commonly as Doggy,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a gun in his hand, that's not pretend. He was using that gun. The first thing is, does he have a firearm license? And secondly, if he had a firearm license, how could he use his weapon in that way?
Right.
If it is an unlicensed firearm, that's what he then has a more serious situation at hand, because you're not allowed to have an unlicensed firearm. The penalty for that is 3 years imprisonment. Is mandatory.
Right.
But whether or not the lady chooses to pursue, that's irrelevant. They're the videos.
Right. Right.
And law enforcement must uphold the law. So whether she wants to pursue it or not is irrelevant. He should be brought to account because that is a gun offense.
Right. Right. That's the clarity I was seeking.
And everybody will want to point out, and I see on social media, everyone will have to point out, oh, but this happens and nothing happened to X, and this happens and nothing happens to Y. Guyana as a country has got to move forward. We can't keep pointing out about what happens and what doesn't happen. The important and only matter is, did he break the law? And society must move to the extent where that everyone who breaks the law is brought to book. Going about to say, well, oh, this one didn't do that and this one didn't do that is utterly nonsensical. You can't proceed that way. Society can't develop that way. This is in a public square in the center of the city. A man takes out a gun and beats a woman. And we must decide that, oh, they have settled it.
Right. Yeah.
They don't have the right to settle it. If she wants to take his money, that's her problem. I don't know if she has. But if she wants to settle it and says she has nothing, that's her right. The state has a different obligation. The state must make sure that people understand they can't do that. More especially if the firearm is illegal. I don't know whether he has a permit to carry a firearm. I've seen on social media, there have been comments that he doesn't. I've seen people say it's unlawful. I've seen other people say that it is a permitted gun. And if it is a permitted gun, he shouldn't be allowed to carry it anymore.
Right.
There are rules that go with the people who carry firearms on your license. At the back, there are a lot of rules written. And that was certainly not in keeping with that.
Thank you, Auntie, for the clarification on this matter.
You're welcome, Courdel.
Take care. So that was attorney at law. And the same guy dealt with a case, MP that in, dealt with a case that we're coming to shortly, right? So you heard it from the legal standpoint. So, doggy, you hide all you want. You hide all you want. Once you come out, the police will deal with you. Now, I want to take y'all to this guy. This guy, Kian Jabor. I don't know what he thinks it is. You understand? Kian Jabor is one of the most unaccomplished individuals in Guyana. And this guy has an opinion on everything. If you don't know who Kian Jabor is, let me remind you. Toko Loco, the place we used to thief the electricity, that they tell him move out. The owners of the property asked him to move out the place. Because the was a big scene on Facebook. All the people placed on Facebook, thieving electricity. Had to move out. You understand? Hear this idiot.
Wait. Y'all know that Asha Kissoon and Nigel Darmla are on the PPP's list of candidates for this election?
What's it with people
Why?
like Kian Jabor that is feel, well, they're holier than thou? This woman beating idiot, he's another doggy. He's another doggy. Now, in his case, there wasn't a video of the assault, but it was well documented. It was well documented. So this idiot jumping after Asha Kissoon and Nigel Darmlal, I don't understand it. the Darmlal matter was completely ventilated and sorted out legally. So your opinion on it, Kian Jabour, literally doesn't matter. And Ashik Soon, I think she's a doctor or a lawyer. Whatever you think about her actions in Parliament are irrelevant. You have never been to Parliament. You understand? And probably will never go to Parliament. Because one, you're a part of a retarded party. Two, your party joined with team sanction. So probably y'all gonna get sanctioned as well. And three, as you say on multiple occasions, you are not learned or well read in any specific topic, whether it be elections, economics, nothing. Well, they say, you just, I don't know, but this is what they say. You understand? So I am saying Kian Jabour is a hypocrite and is unfit for leadership. Right? Kian Jabour should be the last person, you understand, judging PPP candidates. Right? This is a guy who couldn't even prove the degree that he had. This banner claim he go to George Brown College, can't remember the year he graduated, nothing. Right? Kian claim he graduated from George Brown College with a degree in construction engineering. But in court, he couldn't say what course he took, right, to get that degree. Had no proof of the degree and claimed it was mailed to his home, a home that he no longer lived in. So this was the degree. Whoever living at the house got the degree. You understand? So you, sir, can't speak to Ashik Soon, Dr. Ashik Soon, who was a doctorate. You can't speak to Nigel Darmlal, despite whatever allegations were made against him. They were refuted and dispelled by the accuser, and the reasons behind it were given. Right? Nigel Darmlal has been giving public service for years. Y'all know the first place I meet Nigel Darmlal, it was, I think he was the CEO or the secretary for Carrie Fester or something. That's the first place I did meet him. And then he move on and do his thing. But could you imagine a Kian Jabour? Could you imagine a Kian Jabour? Huh? Could you imagine a Kian Jabour comparing and talking about those candidates when this banner couldn't even keep a waffle shop open? Huh? Couldn't even identify the name of the course he take, but he got a degree in construction engineering. You understand? Now, if he really worked hard for a degree, wouldn't you want to have it in your hands, Kian? How did you plan to get a job without this degree that at the house that you don't live in no more? Why you never make a request for a copy? You know why, Kian? You know why, Kian? Because likely, most likely, the degree doesn't exist. Most likely, the degree does not exist. No, Kian didn't just lose in court, you know. He exposed himself as a liar and a bully under oath. Right? Now, the judge in this matter, matter of fact, hold on. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Hold on a second. So, matter of fact, let me run this out so you can hear the idiocy in its entirety.
Wait. Y'all know that Asha Kissoon and Nigel Darmlal are on the PPP's list of candidates for this election? Why? Asha Kissoon squatting in Parliament, breaking the Constitution, refusing to leave?
You thief like you beat your woman, what happened? Your thing is worse. That's why you're not in Parliament. That's why you're not on nobody list.
Nigel Darmlal? Poor little Amerindian children.
Oh, wait. Okay. Let's hear about this poor little pudgy girl.
It's either I recant my
Poor little
statement.
pudgy girl. One to this poor little pudgy girl, Kian. You forget her? You forget this poor little pudgy girl? And that's the hypocrisy with these guys. I think Kian should be labeled the new Guyanese hypocrite. Could you imagine you talking about Nigel Darmlal when this young lady here in come out and say, well, you know, man, and a little vex but thing, and I said what I said, well, that. You not the case. You actually go to court. You lose case, brother, for assault and these sorts of things.
And go on social media and say I wasn't talking about him because the Friday night I did post on social media about abuse. I never mentioned his name. When I posted that.
Kian, you talking about people? You remember this pretty young lady here? Why you gonna want to say, look at this little girl, look at this woman, nice hair and thing, complexion nice and thing. Why you gonna want to mark up her skin and do these kinds of things, Kian? Huh? Why you want to do these things?
That thing on Friday night about abuse, his friend Kitten Vera messaged me and she victim blamed me. She said she witnessed me calling him. There were witnesses saying I assaulted him. Trying to intimidate me, basically. You know, all of this has happened. I still reached out to Kian and I said, if you don't want to go to court, let's solve this. He said, recant. At some point, I said, you know what, if that's what you want me to do, I will do it only if you sit down with me and you explain to me why you hit me. Explain to me.
You talking about Nigel Darmlal and your this classic case, pot talking about the kettle. Kian Jabur has to be, in my opinion, he has to be a substance abuser. This is what you get from them. Complete delusion. So he completely forget that he beat up this girl and you going to talk about Nigel Darmlal, where his accuser would have cleared his name. Your accuser, you bully her. Look, she's saying there, you bullying her to recant her statement. And the girl just want to know, where you beating me for? A pretty, a nice, a treating you good. Where you beating me for? That's all she want to find out, Kian. Eh? No, that you ain't got no bar, no waffle shop. You're there outside by you're there by the seawalls, there by decked out playing dominoes every night. You're a waste. You're a waste, brother. You're a waste. You can't talk about Ashika Soon. At the end of the day, she's more accomplished than you. You understand? Whatever decision she made in Parliament, that was her political move at the time. She was the head of a list. She was the head of a party. You're an insignificant minion within a party that doesn't exist anymore. You understand? An insignificant minion. Even your own comrades had to call you out for your stupidity. Timothy Jonas, when you wouldn't even understand how GCOM works. Idiot. Over and over. Another guy, Kian, going on and on about economics and don't even know economics. So the guy's like, you ever study economics? No, but it's obvious. You know, we start fasting. When it in your system, it's got you on top speed. It's got you on top speed. So you don't come after Nigel Darmlal. Nigel Darmlal's name has been cleared. Your name is still in the dirt for electricity theft, for assault, and whatever else you'll be doing on your free time. You understand? I don't know if you're riding the white wave or whatever you call it. Look, all I'm saying to the guy and his children, I'm speaking to the guy and his children now. Crack is whack. Right? This banner. Wait, hold on. Don't let me cause this girl too much distress. Let me put this idiot back here.
Yeah, no.
Here.
Well,
You talking about Nigel Darmlal. When you yourself got a nasty track record. And you know, Vibes Cartel said, sang a song. At the beginning of the song, a lot of people gonna know this here. A baby strength them have, girl strength alone them have. You understand me? That's you. You bad for you use a bad man for baby and women. Why you didn't come and try to slap a man or something like a cough in your face and cause you to have to represent yourself? But no, you taking advantage of helpless women who ain't coming out to say you know something. Can you really do this? I did just vex with you, and I think that didn't happen with you. Right? You're a known abuser. I remember when they had the Madia fire. This idiot, can't call he ass. We already got to ass. This idiot outside the state house, when the president, the prime minister, the ministers, everybody running to Madia to comfort, see what's going on, find out thing. He protesting outside the state house like a idiot. Oh, you know, the government. Calm down. Come off it. It's not working out for you, brother. It's not working out for you. Come off of it. Right? So, Kian, if you're going to throw stones, you make sure that you have already converted your glass house into concrete or wood. Until then, you shut the hell up, Kian Jabur. Never a day in public service. An entitled jackass from I think it's Canada or something. He from our gas citizenship. You go back over there and you take your stupidness there. Guys don't want this. Guys don't want to hear from you or your party, idiot. You calling Nigel Darmlal name. Another person, despite whatever allegation was made and then dispelled about Nigel Darmlal, you can't hold a candle to him. Years in public service, years in his party, a party that is known as one of the largest parties in the country and the only multi-ethnic party in the country. What have you accomplished? That? Okay. You keep playing your dominoes out there and you enjoy yourself out there. You drink your beers, you change your Canadian and spend the money here, put it back into the economy that you don't know about, and shut your mouth. Absurd idiot. I see, oh God. What is this guy named Mark de France running from a debate with Joel Bagwedin? Right? Running from a debate with Joel Bagwedin. You best rest yourself, you know. Some of these lightweights. You ever hear any policy from Kian Jabur? Like, all he does is complain about what the government is doing. And then when he offers you an idea, so the economic argument he was having with the guy, so he was arguing all salaries should be raised, public service salaries should raise to 400,000. And that will allow people to live. So the gentleman who he was talking with on the podcast said, raising salaries doesn't deal with the problem because as you raise salaries, prices of things on the market can automatically raise again. And there's when the man said, man, you studied economics, you did economics 101. No. But it's obvious. It's obvious if you do this. The man's like, no, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. How are you discussing something that you don't understand? How are you discussing something that you don't understand? Y'all would notice on the program I used to do with Joel Bagwedin, whilst I would ask questions, most of the times I'm listening, I am not versed in that financial aspect of things as Joel is. Joel is a heavyweight in that department. So I have to listen to what he has to say. He can break it down so I can understand, well, this is how it works. This is how it's going to, that kind of thing. Kian, you're a bye. This banner, I was supposed to tell you, I forget. This banner used a bogus court order to break into a family's property, steal documents, and then claim ownership of a business he didn't build. Kian Jabur, and he talking about Asha Kasoon squat in parliament. You been trying for squatting the people in them house. Kian, you know you can't sue me for not nice here this morning. You, Kian Jabur, use a bogus court order to break into your ex house, the family house, steal documents, and then try to claim ownership of the said building. You understand? Now, Kian talks about corruption. You know how Kian executed this? With the help of 2 police officers. 2 police officers. So he took a fake document to the police, corrupting the police force. You were a part of the problem. Illegally entered the people in private property, stole their business documents, registered in his ex's name, fraudulently transferred ownership of the business. You understand? When the people going to make a police report, the police stick with Kian. Remember, back then was coalition time, so all kind of madness is going on. No investigation, no accountability. But the courts had to sort it out. Now, while PPP candidates are working on building bridges, hospitals, and reaching out to people with initiatives and things like that, Kian Jabur is building lies and court files. While PPP officials are expanding the economy and improving lives, Kian Jabur is busy using the courts to harass women, forge ownership, and fake qualifications. Y'all understand? Kian tried to keep his ex out of her own home. Now he trying to weasel his way into public office. This banner filed a secret expired injunction to ban his own ex from entering her own home without her even being present. That got thrown out too. Right? Now he wants to act like he's the champion of justice. Kian, this is laughable. You understand? Kian abused power during the elections, bullied women with police backing, lied in court, staged fake employment, then ran to the picket line for accountability. I say here to you this morning, Kian Jabur has zero moral ground to speak about ethics, fairness, or leadership. People like Kian Jabur, people like him, and more specifically him, is everything that's wrong with politics in Guyana. You understand? Let me be clear. Kian Jabur is not being targeted. This here that I'm doing this morning, he is not being targeted. He is being exposed. Everything I said about him is backed by evidence, court testimony, and judicial rulings. You understand? Nothing I said here about Kian Jabur this morning, he could go and dispute in court. Nothing. So, that asinine video that he made, that protest about candidates on the PPP's list, is nothing more than distraction from his disgrace. Right? And I want y'all to understand that very clearly. Very clearly. Now, I wanted to end the program here, but I must show y'all one more thing. One more thing. And we have had multiple confirmations, media operatives. I've heard this from several political officials that Team Mohammed's is paying persons to represent them, wear their jerseys, and come out and give support. Just yesterday, we had an incident where a Team Mohammed's representative, the person who came up with the name for the Team Mohammed's party, assaulted a woman because, according to the woman and the persons out there, he didn't want to pay them what was promised. Right? Ken Kendricks joining us from Netherlands, morning to you. So we know who the operatives are. We all know. They don't hide. They say clearly that they are representing Team Mohammed's. On the day of the Lamborghini issue with GRA and the police came, you heard about the book. Remember the book story? Put your name in the book. Let me, boss, come and look for you and treat you nice. We heard it. It's undisputed. It's there. And now we have even more confirmation from the same idiot. And that's the... Listen, this banner ass is I don't understand how you could surround yourself with so much stupidity. Dagi, Fata, Odessa, Sogrim. It's like the amount of stupid people you plus brethren, you stupid yourself. So it's like you stupid, then you surround yourself with stupid people. So it's like it's just stupidity effervescing out of Team Mohammed. It's just big stupidity everywhere. You stupid, everybody's stupid. You think it's Oprah Winfrey giving away thing with the stupidity that going wrong there. You swear it's Oprah Winfrey giving away a thing. You understand? But listen to this idiot.
Guys, tomorrow you're going to talk about it. You're going to call and talk to Dagi and think. Half of y'all go there, your name in the book.
Half of you go there, your name wasn't in the book. Your name wasn't in the book. Why their names have to be in the book? What is happening for people with their names in the book? Right? I got flared nostrils, but I don't know what guy now with fat. I don't know if she's using them to like rest other holes she may have or what. But Jesus Christ, friend, back up from the camera. Why do you think I so far from the camera? I know I got flared nostrils, so I don't go so close. I try my best not to do it. Jesus.
Your name in the book. Your name is in the book.
You see? Fata's name is in the book. So she's collecting her money without any issue. What does the law say about this kind of electioneering, where you're paying persons to come to locations, you're paying persons for their vote? What does the law say about this? We have so many instances. What is the book for? Just a book. You go keep people name and number. You got a phone. You could do that. So we know for sure that money is being paid to these persons who are supporting this group.
Yeah, we'll say to my party. Y'all gonna tell them like a scene. People to go on the phone and tape it.
People wasn't supposed to take out the phone and tape it. So you see what's happening here? Fata is condoning the assault of her Mati woman. Fata and that woman who get lashed up with the gun is Mati. Them is women alike. You understand? Could you imagine that this is Fata's response? She vexed with them for Dagi. Jesus.
Box of Cossie, I come. Jump on the box of Cossie for $1,000.
Now, why were they paid $50,000? What did they get paid $50,000 to do? We're interested in finding out, brother, sister. We're interested in finding out. Yeah. So, like I'm saying, what were they getting $50,000 for? If these persons are coming out to support, if these persons believe in the dream and believe in the plan of T. Muhammad's, what they got get 50,000 for? They supposed to done buy-in. You understand? Free of cost. And what us didn't realize is that when you start paying them, you got to continue paying them. And when you can't pay them, you have problems like you had yesterday. Because the scrapes don't care. The scrapes got to get their money right. You understand? So when 50,000 gets shrink down to 5,000, the scrapes will start scraping. But what we saw yesterday was a scrape, scraping, a scrape for scraping. Literally.
You put last on your mother's cunt. We could definitely put you in jail. Y'all gonna tell them like a scene. People take on the phone and tape it.
So people weren't supposed to keep a record of how this woman was assaulted.
And y'all say I come in the box of Cossie, and you come. Jump on the box of Cossie for $50,000.
So what she's saying here, right? If persons cost Muhammad Buddy $50,000 that she's claiming that he promised them, they're gonna sue them.
We gonna put last on your mother's cunt. We gonna definitely put you in jail. Yeah.
Well, the police will definitely put Doggy in jail. And eventually they will definitely put us in jail too. Or pay taxes or however you can deal with it. So...
big and wicked. Y'all come on yesterday. Y'all see people sharing things. Y'all fling in the crowd and start sharing too. No.
And that's why I say us is surrounding himself with idiots. Y'all see things sharing yesterday. Y'all come in the crowd and start sharing things too. Make it make sense. This is the kind of people us got talking on behalf of the party. And mind you, whilst Fata talking a bunch of stupidness, you getting more information from Fata than you get from us. No worries. Fata got more info to give you than Azadine. More info. So it's best you talk to Fata and done.
I want the man will pay you $50,000. You will tell you, respect Uncle Mom, name I tell you. Respect.
They didn't demand. They're saying that is what was promised. That is what was promised. That's what they're saying. That was what was promised. You collect your money already. So that's why you going on so, but the rest didn't get theirs. And they're looking for it.
Name. He's a very businessman and a business wise.
Listen, I think Fata's following is not supportive. There's look at her for laughs. Why this upsets me and why am I showing you this? Oftentimes, persons talk about how other races talk about Afro-Guyanese, right? The kinds of things they say. And they often wonder what gave them the temerity or the audacity to say what they're saying or generalize Afro-Guyanese as scrapes or whatever else it is. But it's situations like this. So imagine Fata is making representation on behalf of T. Muhammad's. She didn't even got the sense to collect her thoughts properly, deliver, and be done with it. She is talking the most foolishness that you could find. You understand? And again, like I said, this is his representative.
know to do things in the right way. After you out of coffee.
Not paying taxes, smuggling gold, allegations of drug smuggling, allegations of murder. Excuse me? Excuse me, Fata? Are you still a prostitute? Did Muhammad change your life or give you a job? Is the money that he's giving you or the money that you're collecting, because your name may be in the book. If your name is in the book, that money that you're collecting, is that sufficient to keep you off of these streets in the night? Huh? That's what we want to know. Have you stopped your whoring ways? Did you come off the streets? Are you gainfully employed with Team Mohammeds? You're making a salary. You can look after your children. You don't have to go out and take the night due and have probably 5, 6, 7 men who, we all know have way better options out there. Push wood in you. Have you elevated yourself from that? I don't think so. I don't think so.
The man's a millionaire. He could pay you that. Don't feel how come this make a small character wrong election time from bring on the small out of joke money. The man's a millionaire. All the y'all out there gotta respect the man. the man's a millionaire. He could pay you that money.
Look, you realize how stupid you have to be to not even realize that you are saying things that is bringing more disrepute to the person that you're trying to big up. Y'all realize the level of stupidity that is being exhibited here? Again, I often wonder about Fata's children. And when they get of age where they're on social media and these things pop up again and they see it, like how will they feel? You know, like they're going to UG or something later on in life. And so she's going, so Cynthia, Cynthia's a general question. It's a genuine question. Fat is a known prostitute. She says so herself. She's a known prostitute. I'm not going down any road about her. It is a fact. And I am saying, if I used to collect garbage and I say, okay, I'm going to join this to better my life, I'm hoping that at some point I can move away from collecting garbage, elevate myself to something better. So I am just wondering if the money is sufficient that it took her off the streets. So instead of taking the Jew, she could be home with her children, spending time nurturing them, ensuring they do the homework so that they don't have to do jankalar work or put the bodies out into the streets for money to survive. That's the only reason I'm asking, Cynthia. And Cynthia, I got no problem with you. I just letting you know why I'm asking. Because if this is what you're doing and you still got to go out in the night and brother your body, well, you're looking thin. Miss Little, with all due respect, right? With all due respect, this comment should be on the Bradley Sampson's page. You understand? This comment should be on Bradley Sampson's page. I am not assuming that that's the work she does. She confirms that. Right? She confirms that. And if that is her profession, it's her profession. I've heard persons say that's the oldest profession in the world. I am just hoping that her efforts are bearing fruit and it's just not wasted. So you put all that energy out on the campaign trail and still go out in the night. And that's why I say I don't care who vex. Is it working out for you? And it's not a case where this woman could say that she has not benefited under the government. And this brings me back to this idiot Otto. After they threw me off the program because they couldn't deal with facts, he went on to say that the government shouldn't be praised for things that they're supposed to do. Idiot. The former government was supposed to build roads. The former government was supposed to distribute house lots. The former government was supposed to create jobs. The former government was supposed to look out for Afro-Guyanese. But they didn't. They didn't. They took away because it came from the children, took away the money from the joint services, put taxes on people who pay pension, water, light, data. So clearly, there are governments who come into office and don't do what they're supposed to do. But this idiot Otto will not admit that. You understand? This idiot Otto will not admit that. But he can tell you that the government isn't supposed to take praise for whatever they're doing. They're doing it. They're doing it. The government is who decides what you get from what you don't get. They're elected to do it. So you must praise the person who actually putting the initiatives out there to impact your life. People are supposed to be happy about that. If a government comes in and accomplishes a lot of what government is supposed to do, when their predecessors did not accomplish what government is supposed to do, are they not supposed to talk about it? There's nothing during the APNU administration that could stand side by side or better than the concussion rule, as y'all put it, as the opposition operatives put it. I called it the concussion road this morning, as y'all put it. Yet, you want to say it's a concussion road, but show me a project of similar magnitude that benefits thousands of Guyanese, concussion or not, on a daily basis. I will wait. Right? Uncle Ron, I see you called, I ain't taking calls this morning. But that is even more important. Right? My uncle in the comments said the bigger question is, who is paying this woman for her services? And my point exactly, who paying for this kind of representation? That is why I said I don't think us got anything in between the ears, because I gonna pay me good tax evading, gold smuggling, alleged drug smuggling money to this worries that can't even form a complete set. He worse than she, but at least she could talk. He soon, shortly, shortless, oh, you think so? Shortly. We have more words than the from Fato. You understand? Somebody said, take this big nose cap. Oh,
He can pay that money. Respect the man. And the set I part, and then you have tear up and I said to the fucking news people,
She ain't like though. She ain't like
for
though.
type, this is a party one yesterday. Oh God. What the kind of corruption Guyanese is this?
Imagine she talking about corruption and trying to hide the real corruption. Imagine that. She is involved in a corrupt activity. I'm based on what I think I remember. It's against the law to influence persons to. I think I gotta find out. I can tell you that tomorrow. I gotta bring on a lawyer here. I can see if I get MP Data then to do a whole program with us so we can understand more of these dynamics that's going on. Right?
What can I passing Guyana why I can't do things in professional ways.
That's why I wonder with you, Fata. Jesus Christ. No, Harry, I am not saying that the government boasted. I am saying that Otto, I was on, what is this guy's name? Conan Marshall's live a couple of days ago. And because they couldn't deal with me, they brought on Otto, who was just screaming foolishness. He wasn't engaged, he wasn't interested in a debate. Because he told them, how are you going to debate the man when you don't have your facts? And that's to show you how stupid these people are. Right? They will argue a point with no facts to back it up. And then when somebody comes with facts, they vex with you. They put you off the line because they can't handle the truth. Right? So Otto claimed that the government, I shouldn't talk about the accomplishments of the government because it's what they're supposed to do. But I'm saying to persons that there are governments who come in and don't do what they're supposed to do. So if there's a government that is doing what they're supposed to do, I think that they should tout it. I think that they should let persons know that, hey, you elected us to do something, and we are doing just that. Nothing is wrong with that.
Profession, you claim you got education and you got degree, you don't have no sense.
All right, Harry, I got you, brother.
Just take out your phone and start saying it come off me like, there you go.
Listen to me. Fata saying that people who been out there yesterday said I had degree. What do you mean? What degree you talking about? Degree deodorant? 48 hours, 72 hours. What degree you talking about? What degree? Who out there yesterday got a degree that would be out there doing that foolishness, Fata? You're an idiot? Who would be out there with a degree to got doggy, gain them 5,000 and going on like, what madness you telling people? Where is your degree? Jesus Christ.
What kind of corruption Guyana is this? What kind of passing Guyana why I can't do things in professional ways? Profession, you claim you got education and you got degree, you don't have no sense.
Fata got all the sense for all of us. You hear me? The Fata got all the sense for all of us.
Just take out your phone and start saying it come off me like, there you go. Go off the phone.
No, what is even more important to me, you hear a child screaming in the background. I don't know what's happening over there or whatnot, but you hear a child screaming in the background and the focus is representing, defending Team Mohammed and Dagi in relation to the money that they didn't pay the people that they promised. Right? Bring the baby. Team Mohammed's.
Don't tell me calm down. Don't come tomorrow and talk to the man in professional. Don't go on I say go up on life because the man, because I tell you, if I see anyone that go on life because the man, me and Dad will find you out to the police and put you between court.
Listen, I done with this. Yeah, so yeah. She could try there. Oh, Lord. Look. I really don't know what else to say on this matter. I just hope that y'all take this information in that you get today. Share it with somebody who's following us. He's lost a lot of support based on his forced interaction with the media, right? Right. And I'm sure he'll lose more support with these shenanigans that his team is displaying. But at the end of the day, I am absolutely sure that guy needs to have sense, right? I'm absolutely sure. Yeah, Mike, I'll call you. I checked my email and I didn't see this thing. I'll call you soon as I come off the program. Right? It's messed up. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. I'm heading out to get some work done. Y'all be good Guyanese wherever you are in the world. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue saki,